By September the 10th, it was all over. Batangan and An Key were secure. The 4-day total: 198 Viet Cong killed, 38 enemy captured, 265 VC suspects detained. The cost: 1 Marine dead, 8 wounded.
There are 3 fundamental principles in every security setup. First, attitude. A man guarding government property is in a position of special responsibility. His attitude toward the trust placed in him must be right. Second, control of persons entering or leaving an installation must be constant. Third, use all the security devices available. They are provided to discourage and to detect pilfering. The strict enforcement of all security regulations acts as a damper to temptation. The badge of a familiar person may be rescinded without the guard's knowledge. Therefore, where the pass is a badge, it must always be visible. A badge tells you at a glance that the wearer is authorized to be in the installation. There are 3 fundamental principles in every security setup. First, attitude. A man guarding government property is in a position of special responsibility. His attitude toward the trust placed in him must be right. Second, control of persons entering or leaving an installation must be constant. Third, use all the security devices available. They are provided to discourage and to detect pilfering. The strict enforcement of all security regulations acts as a damper to temptation. The badge of a familiar person may be rescinded without the guard's knowledge. Therefore, where the pass is a badge, it must always be visible. A badge tells you at a glance that the wearer is authorized to be in the installation.
Even for a fool like you.
Wait. You're right. Look. Remember this? I spotted that one, didn't I? You can't say I failed on that one. It was a tight plant, too. just as tight as that electronics plant. But I got a job the same way, with a different name and a beautifully documented cover story. It was so tight they might have had me stopped. If I hadn't kept my eyes open and used my head. The break came with a routine phone call, asking me to step into the boss's office.
It was a beautiful spring day on the campus of Columbia University. Kind of day when it's hard to go inside. But I hurried along. I didn't want to be late for one of my classes in social studies. Some days before, our professor had given us a list of possible subjects for our term papers. Today, we were to report on the subjects we had chosen. Each of us was to make a first-hand study of social conditions in a specific community. First-hand, because, as our professor had expressed it, life itself is the best textbook. When my turn came, I told the class the subject I'd selected. How social welfare problems are handled in a nearby community called Yonkers, New York. The professor suggested that in my research at Yonkers, I might get help from the city's community chest. Then he wished me an interesting trip.
But what price freedom? You talk about full security, full employment. Why, you can have that in the penitentiary. I'm here tonight because I believe in the right of an individual to be able to choose the kind of job he wants, with the company he wants to work for, in the part of the country he wants to live in. Yes, sir, freedom of choice right down to the brand of cigarettes he smokes or doesn't smoke. Government can't control everything without controlling me, what I can say and what I can't say. And I mean police control that tells me where I'll work, where I'll live, and all the rest of it.
Just words. The people know what they want. Vote against the old, ruthless, sick American economy with its private property and its so-called free competitive enterprise. Vote for the master state with the master plan.
But it was my idea that turned the trips home into a potential gold mine. Almost every night, he'd bring an envelope home with him. It was an envelope of work, and it was always unsealed. On the way home, we'd stop at a supermarket to pick up the things his wife had ordered by phone. We did it regularly, and it would always take at least 5 or 6 minutes for him to check the items and pay for them. I didn't mind waiting in the least. The test shots I was taking told me that my system really worked, or would work, whenever he brought classified material along. It was so easy that I always took a couple of shots of things that looked interesting, even though I knew they weren't what we wanted.